Welcome to the home of WWE news, rumors, and gossip in real time. Click the bell, subscribe, and turn on all notifications today. Don't forget to become a channel member and send a super thanks donation below. And now, your host. He is the most consistent and dedicated in YouTube history, Seanzviewent.
Viewers, fans, and subscribers. You know, usually the first day of the new month, usually the first week of the month is kind of low. Nothing really to talk about, nothing to bring up. The news, the headlines are kind of like mediocre. It's slowed down. It's at a turtle pace. Not today, guys. That's why you got to expect the unexpected in the world of the WWE. As the WWE has said since the beginning, anything can happen in World Wrestling Entertainment. And that exactly is what happened. That is exactly what happened today with the release of R-Truth. But we're going to give you all the details, all the late-breaking backstage developments as to what went into it, why it happened, how it all came together, the reactions, the rebuttals. And, you know, here's the thing about it. If you would have looked at the WWE roster, and you would have said, all right, he's going to be released. He's going to be canned. He's going to be pink slipped. This is the one that's going to go next. You would have never pointed the finger at R-Truth. You would have never thought in a million years that it would have been R-Truth that would have been gone and released from the company. You would have never bet your house or your next paycheck that R-Truth would have been released from WWE, from the juggernaut that it is. Now, a lot of different people can look at this a lot of different ways. Some can say it's unfair. Some can say it's a miscarriage of justice. Some can say that, well, R-Truth is well into his 50s. What good would have it done the WWE to renew his contract for another 3 to 5 years? You know, what money, what satisfaction, what gratification, what angles and storylines can they get out of R-Truth? Well, here's the thing about R-Truth. He was actually compelling. He was actually entertaining. He was actually engaging. He actually had a persona. He actually had a character. R-Truth was probably one of the most over and one of the most entertaining characters to never hold a world championship, okay? And I'm being honest with that. I mean, R-Truth is a former world champion, but in another organization, in another wrestling promotion. Now you would say, well, R-Truth doesn't have a really great win-loss record. Well, at least R-Truth went against John Cena. One of his last matches in WWE was against John Cena. Now, we all know the real last superstar he went against was on SmackDown this past week. But ladies and gentlemen, I want your favorite moments, your favorite memories, your favorite matches, your greatest storylines, the angles that you remember that R-Truth was in, that R-Truth was a part of. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on what is one of the most shocking starts to a month that I can recall that is following WrestleMania. That is how huge that this is. This is literally shaking the entire WWE landscape. And R-Truth, you got to wonder, what is he going to do next? What is R-Truth's future going to look like? And ladies and gentlemen, that's not it. That's not even all, because according to the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters, again, we go further. We dig deeper, guys. We're not going to just tell you what you already know. We're going to give you more rumors, more news. Total nonsense. R-Truth's WWE departure is by far the most criticized and universally disliked departure in recent memory. Here is what Fightful Select reported. The departure was met with complete shock and disbelief, with one talent calling it total nonsense. Another called this regime ruthless. We've never had a backstage source speak ill or anything less than glowingly about R-Truth. R-Truth's backstage reaction, his own reaction to getting released from the company. Fightful Select confirmed that R-Truth was contacted over the weekend by someone from Talent Relations and informed that his contract would not be renewed. The decision came as a surprise to many within the WWE. R-Truth, who is 53 years old, although you wouldn't know it, he doesn't look 53. He's still athletic. He's still in shape. Was widely seen as a WWE lifer. Sources told Fightful that he wasn't in any kind of trouble and had done nothing wrong. Several wrestlers reportedly reached out to R-Truth afterward, and even R-Truth himself said to be confused by the move. Now, that's why you see the headline. That is why you see the title. R-Truth killed by the WWE, because he was killed. This was a killer. This was horrible. This was tragic. R-Truth's new t-shirt, Ron Cena, was actually a top-selling shirt on WWE Shop. Now it's going to be nothing more than a collector's item. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on that. Also, Kevin Owens, Rhea Ripley, Naomi, Big E, and more react to the departure of R-Truth from World Wrestling Entertainment. I've said many times, Kevin Owens says, that there are a few people in this industry for whom I have unlimited respect, love, and admiration for. Ron Killings is at the very top of that. An incredible, timeless performer with an unmatched ability to entertain and bring a smile to anyone he encounters, be it the fans or every single person lucky enough to have had the humility and infectious good nature makes him one of the most beloved people I've ever met in the industry, and the void that this absence will leave in the locker room is immeasurable. I love you, dude. Rhea Ripley, in all seriousness, this is literally heartbreaking. Thank you, Truth. Naomi said, no, we never got to do our TikToks. Big E says, no one made me laugh backstage more than Ron. I've known the man for 13 years. He treated me like a brother from the very first day. A man who had spread kindness and joy every chance he could. Ricochet, you're an awesome talent and an even better person. Go enjoy your life. Kathy Kelly, one of my favorite and most supportive people I've ever gotten to work with. Gotta miss you so much, Truthy. Carmelo Hayes, thank you for everything that you have done for the business, the doors you opened, and being a real OG to the whole locker room. Taught me a lot about the game and how to navigate this business. Baron Corbin, mind-blowing. A true company guy and an amazing person. Thank you for everything in and out of the ring. Matt Cardona, I can't even count how many times Truth has been counted out just to come back and entertain us even more. Thank you for all the joy that you have brought to wrestling. Dijak, you're the best. Hope we can run it back, bro. Tommaso Ciampa, thank you for being Thank you for the laughs, the memories. It was an honor and a privilege to share a locker room with R-Truth. A professional and an entertaining to the core. Also one of the kindest and one of the most authentic guys I have ever met. All-time great. I love Ron Killings, says Pat McAfee. It's guaranteed joy when he's a part of a segment. He's also my dad's favorite WWE superstar of all time. The McAfees are bummed, but we all know that R-Truth will continue to bless the world with his big-ass brain. Thank you, R-Truth. And this just goes to show you how major, how huge, how breaking news that this is. Now, I didn't break out the news right away because, quite frankly, I wanted to get all the details. I wanted to get all the news. I wanted to get all the details. I wanted to dig deeper. I wanted to get more extensive. I wanted to get more exclusive because this is such a big story. This is as big as it's going to get for this week, I can assure you. Although, unless I say something like that and then something else happens. Also, I am heartbroken. It's the nature of the beast, the part of the business that no one likes but the bean counters. I love Ron and R-Truth. I don't care who knows it. What a run. That was according to the Road Dog. The WWE's roster reaction to R-Truth leaving. I'm sorry to inform you all, R-Truth said this. I just got released from WWE. I want to thank WWE for the ride, but mostly I want to thank each and every one of you who came along the ride. Thank you for all the love, the support, the appreciation you have given me over the years. Thank you. Fightful Select reported and confirmed that R-Truth is really done with the W. Because at first, everyone thought that this was an angle. They thought it was a storyline. They thought R-Truth might have thought that it was, April 1st, which means April Fool's Day. Everyone thought that R-Truth might have got June 1st confused with April 1st. We all thought it was April Fool's. We all thought it was a joke. We all thought it was part of something else going on. But because we know how R-Truth is a little bit in his storylines and in angles. He's a little dipsy. He's a little backward. But that's what made R-Truth who he was. But no, guys, this wasn't an angle. This wasn't a storyline. This was real. A lot of shock and disbelief within the WWE roster over R-Truth not being brought back. R-Truth recently faced off against John Cena, and he lost in his last ever match to JC Mateo on the blue brand of SmackDown. R-Truth is leaving WWE for real. WWE won't be renewing his deal. Now, a lot of people said, why didn't they sign him up to a Legends deal, a Legends contract? Because, many superstars have Legends deals. After they're done wrestling in the ring, the WWE have them be an ambassador, or they have them be an ambassador for the WWE. Why didn't the WWE do something like that? Again, a lot more questions than meets the eye for R-Truth. But, ladies and gentlemen, we got breaking news coming through on this very show as we're doing it. R-Truth was and it will always be. Well, wait a minute, guys. All right, so this is some fan comments online, and what the hell? This sucks. Like, damn, this BS. This is, yeah, people online are going crazy. I hope AEW or TNA do something with him. Little Jimmy, what is this? They are saying that the truth is gone. You all know what they have tried to get rid of R-Truth before the truth came back and made it to the top. The truth wrestling journey is not over. You will see the truth again. I literally just woke up and saw this. Like, this is the worst thing that can possibly happen. And is a massive L Hunter with R-Truth is 53. But come on, man. This can't be real. April Fool's joke is in June. Classic truth. Although it's not classic, it's real. What the hell is going on with WWE? I really doubt that he was among the highest paid performers and he wasn't used very much for in-ring action. The question is, who is going to do the comedic interactions with everyone else that we came to love R-Truth about? I'm announcing my release for being a WWE fan if this is the case, according to comments online. So they release R-Truth and then sign Ron Cena. Gotcha. What the F, BS. His character probably thinks he's got released, and it'll just be a storyline joke on TV. But no, it's not. This is the real deal. Not real, I hope. This pisses me off. It has to be a June Fool's prank. He will be missed. I sure hope this is not real, but it is real. Carlito, ladies and gentlemen, is leaving Raw. A Raw star leaving WWE. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on R-Truth. And now Carlito leaving the Red Brand. Carlito leaving WWE because Carlito is now a champion. At last night's World Wrestling Council event, WWE Raw star Carlito defeated Ray Gonzalez to win the WWC Puerto Rico Heavyweight title. So Carlito is out on the WWE once again. So that is another star to leave the industry, another star to leave the company. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, with Carlito set to exit the WWE again, Rey Mysterio reveals another injury suffered before WrestleMania 41. R-Truth's WWE exit has superstars rethinking their contracts, because this is going to change the game for a lot of people, guys. There is a lot of different varieties. There's a lot of different things that are going to go into this, and this is just hellacious. Let's go according to the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters. According to PW Insider, as seen on Ringside News, the decision to part ways with R-Truth, real name Ron Killings, has left a lasting impact on the roster. Despite being a respected veteran and never having any backstage issues, R-Truth was contracted by the WWE over the weekend by a member of WWE Talent Relations that his deal would not be renewed. The news caught everyone off guard, including Truth himself. That is why the title, the headline of the video, WWE has killed R-Truth. R-Truth killed by the WWE. In the aftermath, some talent in the WWE are now privately admitting that the situation has made them realize how unstable things really are. One wrestler told PW Insider, the move made them feel like nothing in the company is guaranteed. Regardless of how long you've been there or how popular you are, it was noted that Truth's release pushed them to start thinking ahead, making sure that their WWE deal or their next deal is negotiated and finalized well before it is set to expire. The backstage reaction to his release has been overwhelmingly negative. Many wrestlers, including some top names in the industry, expressed confusion and disbelief and shock, with a few even calling the decision ruthless and unnecessary. The consensus is that R-Truth's exit is one of the most baffling and unpopular calls the company has made in years. WWE has yet to officially announce the statement on R-Truth's status, aside from a since-deleted tweet by WWE SmackDown lead writer, the Road Dogg, Jesse James. The company has remained silent. Meanwhile, the internal damage appears to be done, as even longtime talent are reevaluating their trust in the WWE system. Is WWE sending the wrong message by letting go of someone as universally respected as R-Truth? Please share your thoughts, your comments, your feedback below in the comment section of this video. Carlito confirms WWE exit with a joke about stealing money from the company. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, Jakara Jackson rebrands as Mara Sade with new look after her release from the WWE. Priscilla Kelly burns her past as Gigi Dolan in a haunting return video after her exit from the WWE. Rey Mysterio fires off a ruthless one-liner about Dominic Mysterio surpassing his AAA legacy. Rey Mysterio, ladies and gentlemen, when will he return? When will he come back? Well, that is still on the sidelines at this stage of the game. Oh, well, here's another one. WWE stars question why R-Truth wasn't offered an ambassador role with the company. WWE lead writer deletes an emotional R-Truth tribute after his release fallout. Also, R-Truth claims that WWE release in shocking social media posts. Again, R-Truth claims WWE release in shocking social media posts. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we're also receiving word how the WWE informed R-Truth of his release. We talked about that. We went over that. Also, former tag team partner The Miz breaks his silence on R-Truth being released from World Wrestling Entertainment. R-Truth's exit has superstars again. This is coming. This is now confirmed. Rethinking their contracts. Ric Flair says that Jim Ross belongs on his Mount Rushmore amid backlash over controversial tweets on social media. R-Truth is already drawing immediate interest from indie promotion after his exit from the WWE. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on that. Also, we are receiving word right now that the pro wrestling world has reacted to R-Truth's release announcement. The WWE roster stunned over R-Truth's release announcement. Ric Flair is now being called out online for seeking attention after positioning himself after posting sentimental health tweet and missed Jim Ross controversy. John Cena, a huge update, breaking news on the undisputed WWE champion. John Cena reveals why he is retiring from WWE at the end of 2025. This all happening in the month of June, on the June 1st. John Cena is ready to hang up his boots for good, and he's making sure fans know exactly why. The WWE legend appeared to explain what pushed him to make the call, and it turns out the decision came from a place of painful self-reflection, physically and emotionally. WWE accused of disrespecting Lucha Libre culture with predictable AAA title change. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on that. Tiffany Stratton feels hilarious RKO attempt on Bayley at Natalia's birthday bash. The video is leaked online. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers. MVP blasts fans for calling wrestlers jobbers without knowing the actual meaning. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the show of shows. This is where it all happens. This is where it all goes down. What do you think about R-Truth? Are you sad? Are you mad? Did you see it coming? Or is it one of the most shocking things of 2025? You would have to believe that it is. We will always remember. We will always think about R-Truth. But again, who's going to bring that hilarious moment? Who's going to bring that funny moment? Who is going to be able to reach the kind of laughter that R-Truth did? Who is going to bring the E to WWE like R-Truth did? It's going to be something else. Who is going to be able to reach the levels of the lengths that R-Truth did for our entertainment? I'll be honest, guys. I'm going to say this. It's this bad that it's almost as if R-Truth has died. It's almost as if R-Truth has passed away, with just how horrible and how tragic, because it is tragic. It is absolutely sad. It is a very sad state of affairs, and I just cannot believe it. Ladies and gentlemen, your thoughts, your comments, your opinions. If it weren't for you, there would be no Sean's View. Sound off with your comments below, where it's always uncensored and it's always brash.